Hello and welcome to A Book in 5 Minutes. I'm Lindsay Milner. This week I'm sticking with the New Year's resolution theme, sort of, and sticking with the exercise theme. The book is called No Sweat and it is by Segar. Its subtitle is How the Simple Science of Motivation Can Bring You a Lifetime of Fitness. Now, I have to smile at this subtitle. The simple science of motivation. Motivation is one of the trickiest things. How do we find the motivation to do the things we know we should do? How do we find the motivation to keep going after that initial burst of enthusiasm and the novelty has worn off, and we've discovered how tricky it actually really is, and we fall off the wagon? So this is something that I've been interested in for a long time, and yes, there is some science of motivation out there, but it's clear most of us haven't really got it sussed. So can this book help? Well, Segar has a strategy that has a process that she calls MAPS. So that stands for meaning, awareness, permission and strategy. So she talks about what meaning does exercise have for you. Is it a torturous thing? Is it a thing you're just doing because you want to lose weight? Is it a thing you're just doing because the doctor told you that you should? Or even just your own you've absorbed the idea by osmosis that, we should be exercising regularly. And she says this is the wrong approach. We need to exercise because it's important to us. It's something that we want to do. So don't torture yourself by trying to do 45 minutes on the treadmill if you hate the treadmill. Find something that you enjoy. Taking that a slight step further, find something that fits in with your life. If you're taking kids to school on a daily basis, walk, cycle, do something physical that fits in with your normal daily routine. Because by doing it that way, we normalise it, we routinise it, I think. Oh no, that's not a real word. I think it's a word I just made up. But we incorporate it into our normal everyday lives. So she talks about examining the awareness that we bring to why we're exercising and how we need to shift that. The second part of the book for me was more compelling. The P is permission to prioritise your self-care. And she kind of takes it a little bit wider. She almost isn't just talking about exercise here. She's talking about your life. Where we said with time management, that's life management. With this isn't exercise, physical activity, movement. This is how do you live your life? Do you live your life as a person who prioritises their self-care, which obviously includes exercise, or not? She brings in quite a lot of concepts from the positive psychology program and a lot of researchers that have cropped up on that program. Christine Neff talking about self-compassion and how being compassionate towards yourself, understanding when you've not lived up to what you really wanted to do, examining why, but being kind to yourself over it. Barbara Fredrickson and her positivity and how positive emotions build further positivity. There's also quite a lot about Carol Dweck and mindset. And part of this permission to prioritise is adopt a learning mindset. Or in fact, that might be more of a strategy. The S is for strategies. So adopt a learning mindset. What went well this week? Check how much exercise did you get, or how much physical activity, movement did you have in the previous week? What went well? What didn't go well? Why didn't it go well? Is there something that you can change to make it go a little bit better for the next week? But this constant learning about what worked for you, what didn't work for you, why didn't it work, examine it, think about it and build on it. So I really liked this book, and I'm going to finish on a quote from towards the end of the book where Segar talks about one of her clients who originally came for help in changing her behaviour, which I guess is where we all start. Oh, you know, my behaviour is I'd rather sit on the couch than go out for a walk. How can I change that? But what she says, that what the client really wants, what we really want, we really need, is not just not a behaviour change for itself, but to change your beliefs so that you can integrate the value of physical activity within your sense of self and within your life. And I felt that this was a really good approach, really kind of summed up the ethos of the book. And I do feel that you can probably take a lot of the principles from within this book and apply them to other areas of your life, not just fitness. It is more about motivation rather than fitness. So that's this week's book, Michelle Segar, No Sweat, How the Simple Science of Motivation Can Bring You a Lifetime of Fitness. If you want more content like this, then please do subscribe to the channel, and I'd really appreciate it if you would give this video a like. Until next week, I will see you again. Bye.